The withdrawal will also affect the immigration status of the citizens, as they may be required to obtain visa to travel around the region.
There are strong reports indicating that the Economic Commission of West Africa States is regretting appointing Tinubu as head of ECOWAS. This is due to his rash and reckless decision to sanction Niger Republic after the military took over. This decision by Tinubu is seen by many key players in ECOWAS as a perpetual decision, as the sanction did not yield any positive result. Rather, it led to Niger Republic, Burkina Faso withdrawing from ECOWAS, which has led to a financial damage of $1 billion to the West Africa regional bloc. Take a listen to this. Ensure you like, subscribe, and drop your comment reaction in the comment box. See you at the end of the video.
We are gathered here for the inaugural session of the 6th Legislature in accordance with the provisions of Article 20, Paragraph 1 of the Supplementary Act on the Enhancement of the Powers of the ECOWAS Parliament. I therefore welcome all of you and express again our gratitude to His Excellency for gracing this occasion. Over the years, the ECOWAS Parliament has intensified efforts to respond to the aspiration of our people. The 5th Legislature, under the stewardship of my brother, the Right Honorable Dr. Sidi Mohammed Tunis, pursued the task of representation by contributing to the COVID-19 pandemic recovery in our community, the defense of democracy in the face of coup d'etat, oversight of regional programs and projects, community engagement and dialogues, as well as the projection of the community acquis at various international fora. We at the Commission enjoyed the close collaboration and cooperation of members of the 5th Legislature of the ECOWAS Parliament through their numerous debates on important subjects of our integration process, including the opinions expressed on the community budget and regional policy documents. The parliamentarians, in collaboration with the Commission, undertook election assistance activities, mediating in electoral processes in our member states in order to prevent conflict and ensure peaceful elections. And we are all witness to the peaceful transitions that took place last year in our community. More precisely here in Nigeria, where His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu emerged as winner of the presidential election. And in Liberia, where President Bokai won elections as opposition candidate. Similarly, in Guinea-Bissau, the opposition won parliamentary elections. 2 days ago, I was privileged to join His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and other ECOWAS and continental leaders to witness another peaceful and significant transition of power from President Macky Sall to President Bassirou Diomaye Faye of the Republic of Senegal. We remain confident that we will have similar peaceful transition in Ghana later this year. Your Excellencies, these transitions show that democracy is alive in the region. But democracy, as represented by regular elections, is not enough. It is just an element of good governance. Democracy must be accompanied by accountability that ensures the delivery of development, justice, and security to our people. As parliamentarians, your role in this process is fundamental. Your Excellencies, honorable members, and invited guests, recalling these successful peaceful transitions is not in any form an exercise in self-glorification. Rather, it is a recognition of the progress we as a community have made, without ignoring the challenges that confront us. These challenges are many and diverse. Indeed, our region has not seen so many challenges simultaneously in many years. As we gather today, our region is faced with threats to peace and security, as well as poverty. As you all know, and as if that is not enough, our region is now faced with the risks of disintegration. As you all know, on 29th of January this year, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger notified the ECOWAS Commission of their intention to leave ECOWAS with immediate effect. Our people, the people of West Africa, have lived in one integrated ECOWAS community for several decades now. Our people have enjoyed freedom of movement in our ECOWAS space. Our people have begun to see the benefit of our common market, where original products are traded freely in a market of 400 million people. Our people also move about with a common passport and a common biometric identity card. The disintegration will not only disturb the freedom of movement and establishment of people, it will also aggravate insecurity of the region. More specifically, the withdrawal will affect security cooperation in terms of sharing intelligence and participation in regional counterterrorism and other security initiatives, such as the Accra Initiative and the Multinational Joint Task Force. The withdrawal may also lead to diplomatic and political isolation at the international scene, where the countries have obtained bloc support for their candidates and candidatures in the contest for international positions within the African Union, the United Nations, and similar bodies. The withdrawal will also affect the immigration status of the citizens, as they may be required to obtain visa to travel around the region. Citizens may no longer be able to reside or set up businesses under ECOWAS arrangement and may be subject to diverse national laws. The three countries will also cease to use ECOWAS passports, ECOWAS biometric national ID cards, and the region-wide ECOWAS brown card vehicle insurance. On the economic and finance front, the withdrawal of the three states could result in the halt or suspension of all ECOWAS projects and programs in these countries worth more than $500 million US. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it should be noted that the two regional financial institutions of ECOWAS, EBID and BOAD, have considerable exposure in the three countries. ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, EBID, currently has 27 ongoing public sector projects in the three countries, valued at approximately $321.6 million. 38% of this is in the form of investment in the public sector, while 61% is constituted by investment in the private sector. At the institutional level, it should be noted that the withdrawal will not only require the closure of 4 regional entities in Burkina Faso, 2 regional bodies in Mali, and 1 regional office in Niger. It will also affect the job security of some 130 ECOWAS staff who are citizens of the 3 countries. 77 from Burkina Faso, 23 from Mali, and 32 from Niger. Distinguished incoming members of Parliament, it is the dire consequences of the disintegration on the citizens that inform the decision of the authority of heads of state and government under the leadership of President Bola Tinubu to open dialogue with the three countries with a view to maintaining the unity of ECOWAS. It is for this reason that the ECOWAS authority at their last session also directed that the representatives of the people continue to play their role in the ECOWAS Parliament. This is why we have invited representatives from all the countries in transition to join the ECOWAS Parliament. As representatives of the people, your role in these efforts is crucial. I am confident that you will live up to your responsibilities and that your term of office will also be marked by further progress towards deeper regional integration. In this regard, I would like to assure you that the Commission and all other ECOWAS institutions stand ready to work with you to achieve all the objectives of our community. I thank you for your attention.
Let us explore deeper what Tinubu's decision as the ECOWAS chair is costing ECOWAS. The withdrawal of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, represents a significant turning point in the regional political landscape of West Africa. The decision made under the sovereignty of the Alliance of Sahel States reflects a deep-seated discontent with the trajectory of ECOWAS and the perceived undermining of the organization's founding principles. The move has prompted a series of reactions and implications not only for the withdrawing countries, but also for the wider regional integration effort in Africa. As we delve into the complexity of this development, it becomes clear that the dissolution of membership in ECOWAS poses multifaceted challenges and opportunities not only for the Alliance of Sahel States, but also for the entire region. The joint statement issued by the Alliance of the Sahel States underscored the concept of complete sovereignty in its decision to withdraw from ECOWAS. The Alliance assertion that ECOWAS has drifted from the core ideas of its founding fathers and Pan-Africanism further emphasized the significance of preserving the founding principles that underpin regional integration in West Africa. However, in response, the ECOWAS Commission emphasized its commitment to finding a negotiated solution to the political impasse in the region as dictated by the authority of head of state and government. This stance aligns with the provision of the ECOWAS Treaty, particularly Article 91, which outlines with the withdrawal process and the obligation of the withdrawing member states to give 1 year's notice in writing. The engagement between ECOWAS and the Alliance, coupled with the African Union Commission, call for intensified dialogue and the pooling of efforts to preserve the unity of ECOWAS, demonstrate a concerted effort to navigate the situation within the framework of the ECOWAS Treaty and uphold the principles of regional collaboration as enshrined. Meanwhile, Nigeria's stance as a prominent member of ECOWAS echoes the foundational principles of the treaty, emphasizing the importance of good faith, freedom of movement, trade, and the sovereignty rights of member states. This underlines the importance of principles outlined in the ECOWAS Treaty, which align with the objective of the African Union regional economic communities to promote unity, security, stability, and development on the African continent. The history of Africa's country withdrawal from the regional and continental agreement reflects the complex dynamics of regional integration, political sovereignty, and economic consideration. One notable example is Mauritania, which exited the Economic Community of West African States (ECOWAS) back in 2000, but later signed a new associate membership agreement in August 2017. The reasons for this initial withdrawal are multifaceted and includes issues related to economic strategies, trade structures, and political alignment. The eventual return through an associate membership agreement indicates a nuanced approach that seeks to balance national interests with regional collaboration. Similarly, Morocco's departure from the Organization of African Unity in 1984, later rebranded as the African Union, occurred after the body recognized the independence of Moroccan-occupied Western Sahara. This withdrawal was a result of a fundamental dispute over territorial integrity and sovereignty. The subsequent readmission in 2017 reflects the shifting political landscape and the potential for reconciliation despite past disagreement. Moreover, Tanzania's withdrawal from the common market for Eastern and Southern Africa due to zero tariff reduction agreement underscored the intricate relationship between trade policies and regional integration. Tanzania's heavy reliance on revenue from trade, tariff, and VAT led to the perception that reducing tariff to 0% posed a threat to its economic stability, shedding light on the delicate balance that countries strike between regional integration and national economic interests. These examples emphasize the diverse and intricate factors that underpin African countries' decision to withdraw from regional agreement. Such decisions are often influenced by a combination of geopolitical, economic, and ideological considerations, showcasing the nuanced approach that nations take in navigating their roles within regional entities. The implications of these withdrawals are far-reaching, affecting not only the withdrawing countries, but also the broader regional integration effort and the functioning of their respective regional organizations. The withdrawal of the Alliance of Sahel States from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, is likely to carry significant implications for the economies, trade relationships, and diplomatic ties of the member states, particularly given their status as landlocked countries. Both immediate and long-term consequences can be anticipated following this decision. Economically, the withdrawal may disrupt existing trade arrangements and economic partnerships that the member states have cultivated within ECOWAS. This disruption may impact key sectors such as agriculture, manufacturing, and natural resource trade. Landlocked countries, in particular, are heavily reliant on efficient and open trade and economic benefit they previously enjoyed within the regional community. Furthermore, their ability to leverage regional infrastructure and transport network for the movement of goods could be compromised, potentially leading to increased costs and logistical hurdles. In times of trade relationship, the withdrawal may strain the diplomatic and economic ties between the Alliance of Sahel States and the remaining ECOWAS member states. The discontinuation of trading bloc privilege and preferential access to large markets may pose obstacles for the Sahel states as they seek to maintain vital trade relationships within the region. The absence of ECOWAS trade framework could lead to a reconfiguration of trade dynamics, potentially forcing the Sahel state to seek alternate trade partners and establish new trade agreements outside of the regional bloc. Diplomatically, the withdrawal may lead to a re-evaluation of regional cooperation efforts and the diplomatic standing of the Sahelian nations within West Africa. The shifting of alliances and adjustment of existing diplomatic relations may be necessary to accommodate the new realities stemming from the withdrawal. Furthermore, the absence of ECOWAS mechanics for conflict resolution, security, cooperation, and economic integration could lead to a greater diplomatic burden on the Alliance of Sahel States to navigate these issues independently or seek alternative regional framework for collaboration. For landlocked countries specifically, these implications are accentuated by their reliance on efficient trade routes and access to regional markets. Without the support and infrastructure afforded by ECOWAS, the landlocked Saharan nations may face increased challenges in accessing seaport, transportation corridors, and international markets, thereby potentially hampering their economic growth and development. Thus, the withdrawal of the Alliance of Sahel States from ECOWAS has the potential to disrupt the economic, trade relations, and diplomatic ties of the member states, with unique challenges arising from their status as landlocked countries. Adaptation to these new circumstances will likely require careful strategic planning and proactive engagement to mitigate the negative impact and identify new opportunities for economic and trade cooperation within the region and beyond. The sanction imposed on the alliance in response to the previous coup within these countries may indeed have been a contributing factor in their decision to withdraw from ECOWAS. The economic and political repercussions of these sanctions can be significant and may have influenced the Alliance of Sahel States' assessments of the benefit and drawback of continued membership in the regional bloc. The sanctions levied by ECOWAS and other regional bodies following the coup in Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso likely have far-reaching effect on the economic and diplomatic standing of these countries. The imposition of trade and financial sanctions, including the suspension of commercial transactions, freezing of state assets, and suspension of financial assistance, undoubtedly impacted the economic stability and development prospect of the affected nation. These sanctions might have created economic distress and diplomatic constraint for the withdrawing countries, leading them to re-evaluate their participation in ECOWAS. The limitation and disruption caused by the sanction could have influenced their perception of the benefit of remaining in the regional community, particularly if the economic and diplomatic costs were deemed to outweigh the advantage of membership. Moreover, the implication of these sanctions on the landlocked countries within the Alliance of Sahel states may have been particularly impactful. As landlocked nations, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are reliant on efficient trade routes, access to seaport, and regional cooperation to facilitate their economic challenges faced by these countries, potentially influencing their decision to withdraw in light of the perceived barriers and constraints imposed by the sanction. The sanctions following the coup in Mali and Burkina Faso may have played a role in the alliance states' determination to withdraw from ECOWAS, particularly if the economic hardship and limitations imposed by the sanctions were perceived as detrimental to their national interests and economic stability. This underlines the intricate relationship between political events, regional dynamics, and economic considerations in shaping the decision of nations within regional organizations. The disintegration of the Alliance of Sahel States within the Economic Community of West African States (ECOWAS) had significant implications for their participation in the African Continental Free Trade after and could impact their economic strategies in several ways. Firstly, the withdrawal from ECOWAS alters the trade dynamics and market access of the Sahel states within the broader African context. The absence of the trade framework and preferential access to the ECOWAS market could necessitate a re-evaluation of their trade strategies. This may involve adapting trade policies and regulations to align with the AFTA framework and engaging in bilateral trade discussion with other AFTA member states to secure new trade agreements. Additionally, individual membership, since they are no longer under a recognized reg under AFTA, can present both opportunities and challenges for the Sahel states' economic agenda. On the other hand, it allows a country to forge trade relationships directly with the AFTA members, potentially accessing new markets and diversifying their trade partnership beyond the regional sphere. Conversely, the absence of a unified regional bloc like ECOWAS may lead to a greater competition and the need for increased trade negotiations and regulatory harmonization, which can pose challenges for countries with similar economies and limited resources. Furthermore, the Sahel states' participation in AFTA as individual member states may necessitate a reorientation of their economic development strategies. The need to align with the AFTA objective and regulatory framework may prompt these countries to refocus on sectors of comparative advantage, enhance their industrial capacity and manufacturing capabilities, and prioritize trade facilitation and infrastructure development to maximize the benefits of their membership. Indeed, the disintegration of the Alliance of Sahel States within ECOWAS and their individual members, since they can no longer negotiate as a bloc when needed under the AFTA, bear important ramifications for their trade strategies and economic development. The transition may require a reconfiguration of trade pact, a re-evaluation of market access, and a recalibration of economic policies to optimize the opportunities presented by participation in the Continental Free Trade Area. Consequently, the Sahel states may need to tailor their economic agendas to effectively navigate the new trade landscape within AFTA and leverage the potential benefit of individual membership in this Pan-African trade initiative. Conclusively, the recent withdrawal of the Alliance of the Sahel States from the Economic Community of West African States makes a significant turning point in the regional political landscape of Africa. The decision taken under complete sovereignty reflects a deep-seated discontent with the trajectory of ECOWAS and has prompted a series of reactions and geopolitical implications. The historical context of African countries' withdrawals from regional and continental agreement, the implication of the sanction by ECOWAS on the Sahel States after previous coup, and the potential prospect for the alliance within the African Continental Free Trade all underscore the complexity and far-reaching effects of this decision. Moreover, exploring the potential role of the African Union and ECOWAS in fostering regional integration, addressing geopolitical challenges, and promoting conflict resolution and solidarity enhancement highlights the crucial role these bodies play in ensuring stability and development within the region. The Alliance of the Sahel States faces pivotal decisions regarding its future prospects, including potential participation in the West African Economic and Monetary Union, navigating landlocked challenges, and leveraging international trade opportunities. Overall, the current dynamics and future prospects of the Alliance of Sahel States indicate a complex landscape of diplomatic, economic, and political consideration in regional integration. Addressing this complexity will require proactive engagement and regional and international partners to mitigate the impact of the recent withdrawal, identify pathways of economic collaboration, and foster strategic initiatives that align with the Alliance's long-term development goals. As the Sahel states navigate these challenges, strategic cooperation, diplomatic and understanding, and a commitment to regional integration will be pivotal in shaping the future of their collaborative pursuits within the Pan-African context.